Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Yoders Farm. I'm Eldon.
And I'm Lowell. That would be Lowellyer.
And today Lowell will be giving us his social security number and birth.
At the end, stay tuned for that.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
So, we are here into 2022 just a little bit. Thought we'd record a quick podcast episode for the farm and kind of update you on the very little that's going on around the farm right now.
Pretty much, we're just popping on here to tell you that we're not coming back on for a while. I thought that's what we're doing.
Well, I thought we could at least say what we've been up to. I mean,
should we say
we could run through
in a more eloquent way?
We can just run through our standard things and say, you know, what we're doing.
Yeah. Well, how's the new year been for you so far, Eldon?
First, let's talk about the greenhouses. How are the tomatoes?
Oh, you're not going to talk about yourself?
Not if I can help it.
Well, I think this is going to be a very prosperous year for you.
Okay.
And hopefully healthy as well.
Hopefully for the end line, too.
Thank you.
So the tomatoes are cranking. Is that what I hear?
Yeah. I guess that'd be one way to put it. The determinant BHN 589s in the east greenhouse are producing well at the moment. Because it's a determinant tomato, it doesn't ripen quite like the others do, which are indeterminate tomatoes. I'm using my hands, but this is I guess a podcast.
Yeah.
Basically, a determinate tomato, I guess, is more of a bush type tomato, and you have, all throughout the bush, you might have ripening tomatoes. Whereas the indeterminate tomatoes, we prune them by taking off suckers to prevent them from getting all bushy. So it's more just a vine with clusters set at certain intervals.
Yeah.
And so you kind of can watch. They're, I don't know if I'd say they're more consistent producer, but maybe sort of. You can kind of judge what's coming by, what's coming down the vine.
Yeah.
And so anyway, these tomatoes that we're picking right now, a lot of them are ripening all at once, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So we have a nice amount of tomatoes at the moment.
And cut this heater off.
But I think they will slow down here at some point, which is kind of how it goes, ebbs and flows a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Have you started picking any of the other houses?
No, it's going to still be longer than we like.
Okay.
We're working at transplanting some into our spring house, but they're little bitty guys, haven't even started blooming yet. The other house has been blooming for several weeks. We didn't get a really good fruit set on the first cluster, but I think the others are better. So I think there are a few maybe golf ball sized tomatoes in that house.
Okay.
But not too many of them.
So we're getting there.
Yeah, but
Eventually.
We'll be wishing we had more at some point.
Yeah. All right.
But not too much to do about that at this point.
Yeah. Well, you can only do what you can do.
That's what we always tell people.
And ourselves.
It's actually been quite mild, as everyone knows, especially in December, and just as far as heating the greenhouses and growing conditions and everything.
Till the last week or so.
Until the last week, I was going to say, the switch flipped. And, but with tomatoes, as long as it's very pleasant in the greenhouse today, I was in there this morning and bright sunny day. It's chilly outside. It's probably close upper 40s, maybe 50. But the one advantage, or the good thing, I guess I would say, is that we have hit the winter solstice.
Solstice.
The shortest day of the year. And now every day is getting longer.
Yeah.
And that's good for tomatoes and
all the
rest
I've
of us
noticed
too. Yeah.
It goes pretty rapidly the other way.
Yeah, so even though it's cooler, the longer days and more sunlight. That's all good for tomatoes. So especially get on into February and March, get those long, brighter days. That helps tomatoes. So we have that to look forward to. It will only get better from here,
Lord willing. So strawberries.
Strawberries are, not too much going on at this time of the year, though. They're probably abnormally growthy, not vegetative, but
they grew.
If it's 70 almost a week ago, it was 70 degrees. So, a strawberry at 70 degrees is not fully dormant.
Yeah.
And probably even growing a little bit.
You'll pull some row covers, I believe. But
then we had that sharp transition, so we got down into the mid-teens or so. Normally, I wouldn't worry too much about that temperature. They're pretty hardy at this time of the year, even below that. But we did pull some covers on as just a kind of a buffer. It's the extremes that get you with things.
Mm-hmm.
The roller coaster, moderate cold and moderate, things like that is not that big a deal. But if you're at 70 degrees and then you're dropping to 15, at least for me, it's a bit of a shock, and I assume the plant's a little bit that way too.
Yeah, they have spent all their time outside.
Yeah, so ideally we would have snapped our fingers like this, and we'd had covers on everything at just the opportune time, and then we could snap them and take them back off. But that's not really the case.
It's just not the way those covers work.
It's me and Dad putting out the covers.
Yeah.
So and then we'd had the snow, and then it was melting, which actually the one really cold night, we had snow cover on the berries and a couple inches. And so I was happy about that because that adds
some insulation,
a layer of protection there. But then that all melted off and made things really soupy and wet. So we couldn't really get through the field to do covers. And it had been so mild, we hadn't done any, we didn't have any covers in the field. And they didn't need covers in the field. Maybe you could have argued a couple weeks at an opportune time would have been helpful there again if you could snap your fingers. But anyway, we didn't have any covers out, and so we had to kind of wait till things dried up. And sometimes even when it freezes, you can actually get out and do some things when the mud freezes. So we covered what we could on Friday. Friday was a really brutally cold day. Like it got to about freezing, and that was it.
Yeah.
And so we covered an acre and a half or so, which is only a portion of what we could have covered. But anyway, we did the best we could. Probably actually going and throw out some more here over the next while. It's supposed to be cooler and maybe some snow and stuff. So our hope is that maybe we can, by covering them there, it'll keep some of the leaves and the desiccation that happens in the wintertime, just the browning and the chawing up of the plant. It'll keep some of that from happening. That will give us less stuff to clean up in the spring.
It's less places for disease to get into. And
exactly.
And propagate. Yeah.
That's very good. The hope.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
And so we're at here, not quite the middle of January, February, March, 2 months. Strawberry season actually doesn't feel that far away. So it's time to start thinking about some of those things. And
like I tell some folks,
preparations.
Christmas is just around the corner.
Yeah, it does seem that way.
All right. Farm store. Mom has a bunch of stuff out there stocked up. I've got Rock's Table meats in the freezer for now, while supplies last.
Yeah, they've been selling pretty quick.
Yeah, I talked to him this morning, and he said that he's selling a lot.
Mr. Rock's Table?
Mr. Coleman's Air.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he said he's been selling a lot more than he thought he would be. And
aren't there some meat supply issues?
Yeah.
And such, I mean, everything has an issue right now.
He's got some stuff scheduled, so hopefully that'll work
tomorrow out. Actually.
Yeah, but that doesn't apply to us.
I know. Anyway, we have some meat.
It's complicated. Yeah,
people have been buying it.
But there's a bunch of stuff in the store.
Yeah, that they've added, like cheeses, some rolled butter.
I can't think of anything.
We have an extremely good supply of jams and jellies and some just little, I don't know, knick-knacky things, like some different sauces.
Popcorn seasoning.
Yeah, this stuff, some of it we source from Walnut Creek out of Ohio and Thelma's in Pennsylvania, and also I'm not sure if they get any canned stuff from Dutch Valley, but
I'm not sure.
I guess at least ingredients from Dutch Valley. So
yeah,
and I think there's still some.
Local honey, like from the farm.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some of that. We got a good supply of other people's honey as well, and maybe some baked items still.
And mint jam. I saw some mint jam out there the other day.
Okay. Yeah, salsas.
It's kind of funny just to walk around the store and read labels of stuff.
Chicken. I saw some chunk chicken.
That's
Walnut Creek. So, and eggs. I think we have quite a few eggs.
Mom has wanted us to push that. I did a little bit last
They've actually
week
been
on Facebook, so
pretty decent, I think.
Yep. So not all of your needs can be filled at Yoders Farm store, but some of your needs can be.
Well, we're able to offer a little bit more now that we have a bit more space with the store expansion. And I think probably as we get busier on into spring, we might try to offer a little bit more or something. I'm not sure. We'd have space for a little bit more.
More seasonal type stuff, maybe.
Yeah, which, I mean, traffic is just slower during the wintertime, so we can't have some things that you could have when you're busier.
Exactly.
We're thinking about, I mean, I know it's a long ways off. Well, not too long, but definitely need to be making, we've learned and we talk about all the time, if you can be thinking about what's coming and making preparations for that, then it sure helps when things get really busy. So we need to, like, just working with the strawberries, it's, even though they're dormant, it's time to start thinking about weeds and some of these things. And of course, putting row covers on keeps the deer out, so that helps.
That does help that
aspect too. It's also time of the year for meetings. There's a pumpkin meeting coming up in a couple of weeks, and there's a strawberry meeting coming up the very end of February, the 1st of March. That'd be really nice to go to. It's down in Virginia Beach. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But time to plan.
I reckon.
Make 2022 a prosperous year.
Well,
trying to go full circle here.
Yeah. All right. Anything else we should talk about?
A bear ran by the barn the other day.
Oh, that's right.
So that was exciting. I didn't see it, but the person...
There was snow here.
Yeah, so I went out to double check. I was like, what if it was just a cow and it looked like a bear? But no, judging by the tracks. I mean, this is like between the house and the barn where it ran. Yeah. It ran in front of the house, down along the lane, down past the barn, down past the tractor. And I don't know what it was doing.
I wonder where it went.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have had to cross a fence down there somewhere.
Just looking for new scenery, I guess.
Probably.
Yeah, I would have had to cross the fence because there's a double gate there at the top of the hill. So hopefully
who knows?
I'll stay out of my hives.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, other than that, I don't think there's a lot new to report.
All right. It'll probably be February sometime till we record again. If not March, who knows?
Well, at least until you come back from your...
We will keep on trucking here.
From the place that you're going.
See how things go, yeah.
You don't want to really talk about that.
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's not bring it up.
We could try to record remotely and see what happens.
We can edit this out.
All right. Thank you for listening if you've listened this far. And as always, you can head over to yodersfarm.com for all of the mostly up-to-date information. So.
Does our web guy get that stuff updated pretty often?
Fairly frequently, yeah. He's pretty good about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good web guy, isn't he?
Not too bad, yeah.
He's one of the best I know.
Well, you don't know a lot of us, so... All right.
Cracker Jack.
Thanks for listening. See ya.